How's it going, everyone? I'm so extremely nervous right now, and I've made this channel originally so I can, share my emotions with you guys and bring you guys along with my journey. Hopefully, to bring some kind of inspiration to everyone to show that it is possible and that we can figure things out, right? But as you guys know, I built my carport. It's great. I built my lift and had the concrete and everything at the house, but so many things are kind of pushed me away from it. Like it's been relatively busy. I'm not going to say I made a killing. Let's say I make consistently $2,000 a month, right? That's on top of whatever work I do at at the actual shop. I just go home, work on some stuff, and then for a couple hours, let's just say make an extra $2,000 a month, which is cool. It's extra money. There's no overhead, so there's no rush or anything. But it's one of those things. Whenever you start getting customers from the neighborhood and they're like, I don't know how you've been here for so long. All the other mechanics that try to do the same thing, the city comes out, they fine them, and then the EPA will usually send them a fine if they find out that you're painting cars, at a residential location. So there's so many things that, for one, are a little scary, and I really would love not to deal with, because even though it's been working for like the last year or so, I'm definitely just playing with fire being in my situation. And also I feel like I don't have the opportunity to really go big. There's so many people that every customer that has come into the shop, they've been a return customer. They've been super, super happy with the work that I've done, and we've made a great relationship. They're return customers, and everything's been working out. But there's a lot of people that, I start explaining my business. I give them the flyer, and they're very happy, but they're like, what's the address? And then I send them my home address, and they're like, it's at a house. Okay, like, sorry. I'm just not interested, and like, I don't have the business insurance. I don't have a lot of things that people rely on, even though there is security, blah, 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 right? There's a lot of reasons that I can, excuse me working out of the house, but I have to make this official. I've got to be able to put my stuff on Google, for example. Like, I can't verify my address on Google and say, like, I have an automotive repair shop here at my house, because obviously it's a huge red flag for the city. So the city can easily knock on the door, be like, hey, we noticed this on Google, and then now it gets shut down immediately. So all the work I've done so far has been word of mouth, and that's been great, but I really, really want to grow, and I want to be able to expand. And this location that I found, they want $2,500 a month, 2,500 square feet. It qualifies for a dealer's license, which is key. It actually has the 6 parking spaces out front. It's kind of a weird layout, but it used to be like a tent place. The ceilings are like 20 feet tall or something ridiculous, so there's plenty of room for a lift. And at the end of the day, the person who actually owns the building, he doesn't care what I do with it. The person that was there before, I think they made like a little apartment, like livable space inside of it, which is great. Like, obviously I have a house, but there's opportunity. But even then, like, even though the opportunity is great, and keep in mind, this is in Duncanville, right? So we have like a set of, like, let's say 10 or 20 properties on the very, very top side, like on one street in Duncanville, and all the way on the south side is the same 10 or 20 shops that are all zoned commercial that would actually allow me to do what I want to do, automotive repair and possibly an auto dealership. Just to give you guys a little, little insight. I own some trucks. Some people couldn't afford the actual cost of the cash payment on the truck or whatever, so I agreed to do like in-house financing. So for example, bought the truck for, actually this is one that I traded upright, and originally I was like, I'm gonna list it on Facebook for $8,000. It's a really clean Silverado and everything, and then the guy really, really wanted it. He's like, man, I got $2,500 down, would you take $500 a month until it's paid off? I'm like, if I do financing, because obviously I can sell it tomorrow for that price, that's the expected value, right? If I'm doing financing, I'm gonna add another $1,000 on top, and yeah, sure, I'll take $500 a month. He agreed to it. I made sure I did any kind of paperwork, that way in case there's any issues, I put a GPS in it, make sure there's a paper notification showing that, hey, if you don't pay, I can technically repo the truck since it's in my name still. All that stuff. So like, that dude's been paying me $500 a month, and that is so scalable. Like, the whole buy here, pay here, you could be nice, you don't have to be a crappy person, you can give them an extra week or two to make their payments and all this other stuff. But that was a cool opportunity. And first you have to wait on titles. That takes a month. I've had so many opportunities to be able to buy cars, fix them up, and they'd be fixed within a day or two, but now I'm stuck waiting 3 or 4 weeks for a title. And then I don't have any access to any dealership auctions, which sucks. I'm stuck to like Cars for Kids, which is great, by the way, inside the DFW area. That's a public auction. LSO, the website, those are great for DFW public auctions and everything, but you're competing against regular people that want to have them for personal vehicles, so there's not really a whole lot of money to make on these cars. Now, that's definitely where I've gotten all my great deals, but you have to wait. You can't just buy every car on there. I feel like once you have the dealer's license, you can at least give people the opportunity to come along with you. You kind of sell them the car for like a little bit more money on top. And there's just a lot of different ways that you can work with it once you have a dealer's license. The shop is pretty big, so there's an opportunity for me to rent out the other half of it, which is great. There's so many things that make perfect sense to do something like this, but it is super scary because right now, especially having the shop built, having to buy the storage cars and all that stuff, I'm probably like $25,000 in on credit card debt, which is the highest, worst kind of interest rate you can get. And I even made a full budget after working at the shop and after lining up everything. Now, for what it's worth, I have assets, right? I've got the cars, which don't, you know, obviously that's not an actual asset by itself, but the cars are an opportunity to make money. If I sold everything for a loss, I'd be up $30,000. You know what I mean? Which is cool. You know, like I'd be able to pay off everything, have some money to play with and all this other stuff. But then like, why do what I do if I'm just going to, you know, cut it short and be like, oh, never mind. Let me just cancel it all out. The point is, once you fix them up, once you do some extra work to them, you're looking closer to $100,000. And now it's an actual business. The reason I bought the cars is so I can fix them up and sell them, right? That's the whole point. So why cut corners? And I've already done it, you know, so like, why not just continue it? But either way, I went to the bank this morning. They asked for first month's rent and security deposit that matches the first month's rent. That there, folks, is a lot of money whenever it's technically all owed to it's all owed to Wells Fargo and Chase and Citibank and all these other people, you know? That money should definitely be going to the credit card companies to pay off the debt. Otherwise, it's just going to eat me alive. You know, it's $600 or $700 in interest every single month. It adds up, you know, but I think just the opportunity cost alone is worth it. And of course, I'll still be doing customer cars. Once you start bringing on a shop, you have some overhead. So the first $2,500 you make is gone right off the top, no matter what. So let's say it's the first week or two. Let's say it's the first 3 weeks of work, you know, because right now I can't leave my job because it's too much of a guarantee. I'm taking on too much stuff, you know. I don't have a whole lot of extra funds, you know, otherwise I would have paid off the credit card debt, you know what I mean? So I'm putting a lot of effort, a lot of hope into it. I think being able to list yourself on Google, because that's the first place someone's going to look, is they're going to type into Google, you know, auto repair shop near me, and then they're going to, whoever has the most reviews, the most pictures, the most information, obviously they're going to get the customers, or at least they're going to get the phone call. And with the process and everything that I've been putting in place at other shops, I've been putting those things into my personal shop to make it as easygoing, you know, like anyone who comes by, I'm very, very helpful. It's very, very quick diagnostics. My customer service has always been really good. There's got to be a reason that these guys are return customers every single time, right? So I think just being able to market yourself properly to a wider range of people gives me that opportunity to grow. I think I won't suffer. I definitely won't be able to make the payment every month, so it makes sense. And I think just the opportunity cost alone should outweigh everything. And then there's plenty of ways to make money, right? Like there's, if I need to, I can keep working here. I could do DoorDash or whatever it is that it takes to have the shop, and just to keep it open for 2 or 3 months while you gain traction and actually start building that customer base. Because like I said, every customer that comes in through the door so far has been a return customer, and that speaks volumes. That becomes more passive, and then now you can hire a technician to handle the cars that are coming in. And then once the dealer's license goes through, now you're buying and selling, and I can do the buy here, pay here stuff, right? And I can sell these cars for $300 a month, $400 a month, and that's just consistent income. Now that's passive. Now that's money that you don't necessarily have to work for anymore. Obviously you have to deal with repos, but that's supposed to be a low percentage overall. Even if, you know, whatever, it's worth the amount of effort to put into it, I think, just to be able to grow. Because right now, being at my house, working out of the backyard, doesn't give me those opportunities. So that alone is speaking volumes. But I'm supposed to go inside right now. I'm going to go talk to the shop owner, the owner of the building, so I can pay my first month's rent and the security deposit, in which obviously I should be able to get the security deposit back at the end of the 12 months. He's willing to work with me to get the dealer's license. He's able to, you know, fix the papers up, I guess. That way it shows that I'm there for 3 years and I qualify for everything I need. But either way, I'm super, super scared. I'm trying to cut this video off before 10 minutes, but thank you guys for listening. Wish me luck and stay tuned for more updates. See you guys soon.